Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some new data mines to take a look at for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, potentially about some new forms in the DLC and a few other things to take a look at as well. Plenty of things to break down today though, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at this new data mine about an unused gift Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, which could potentially lead us to believe that there might be a new form of one of these or both of these Pokemon in either the Teal Mask or the Indigo Disc. So we have Yorodon here tweeting out saying, well, that's kind of interesting. So it says unused Pokemon data, so unused gift Pokemon. So present in event add Pokemon.bin is data for two unused gift Pokemon, a level 90 Quagsire and a level 80 Yanma. So two very random Pokemon and two very random levels as well. Beyond their high levels, Yanma's inclusion here is especially strange given it isn't included in the game's Pokedex. It isn't in the base Pokedex for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and no other data for the species appears to even currently exist in the game. While Quagsire is obtainable through evolving a Jotonian Wooper, which is obtainable via an in-game trade. This data, the data for this gift version remains unused. So there is data, I don't know how we haven't come across this yet, but yeah, obviously massive shout out to Yorodon for tweeting this out. But yeah, there is a data for two unused gifts for a level 80 Yanma and a level 90 Quagsire. Now we know that Yanma is going to be in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. That has been confirmed. We literally have a screenshot of it here. It's going to be in the Teal Mask. I know that Wooper's also going to be in the Teal Mask as well. In fact, they're both in this actual gameplay shot here. So that's obviously very interesting. So potentially we might be getting, I think it's more likely that Yanma gets a form and not like Wooper, because we literally just got Clodsire, which is a new evolution. We obviously just got Paldea and Wooper as well. So it's very unlikely that we get Wooper. But I think Yanma is still, you know, not obviously a massive chance, but I think it definitely could be there, especially because we've had like multiple like rumors in the past stating that we're going to be getting a new flying type form, and we're also going to get a new bug type form as well. That could have easily been translated wrong to be to mean like instead of two separate Pokemon, it could be a bug flying type Pokemon, and that could be actually Yanma that we're talking about. I don't really know how it fits into what Riddler-Q's really been talking about, unless it's something to do with like the moonlight or something like the kind of blood moon. Highly unlikely, but it's not really anything that goes like purple to green or anything like that, so I don't think it's really in reference to that. But obviously, as well as that, we also have this image here. So we have Jan here saying Yanma getting some treatment confirmed. Yeah, surely a town wouldn't make a Pokemon into one of its icons without giving it an evolution or something, right? So this is even in the image. This is an image in the background of the Teal Mask, which shows clearly a Yanma and this pattern as well. Now, we're not sure what these patterns are for. They are on the kind of outer parts of the kind of image of the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero DLC, but we're not 100% sure what they're for. But the fact that one of the flags is that, and then another flag is Yanma, as well as Yanma being in the DLC and also Yanma getting this gift, maybe it could spark an idea that potentially we are going to be getting a new form of Yanma, whether that be a new evolution or a regional form or anything like that, who knows. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool to see Yanma get a new form. I love Yanma. Yanma's such a cool Pokemon. Yanmaega's such a cool Pokemon. So for it to get a new evolution or a new form, I'd definitely be down for that. They are seemingly steering away from regional forms in these games. We only got two in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet base games, so it could be like a regional fake instead. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, some pretty interesting data mines there to take a look at. Next up, we also have the new kind of Ogerpon thing going off in this festival here. We have Pokesutami tweeting out saying the Pokemon, I don't know how to pronounce it, it's like Amori Nabuta Matsuri Float, but this is all to do with the kind of festival that's going on right here, where the original tweet that Solar's quote retweeted here is referring to the Amori Nabuta Festival. Amori is the Tohoku prefecture, and it neighbors Iwate prefecture, which is where the real-life Kitakami town is located. The festival is a fire festival held in early August, in which the Nabuta floats of warriors and or mythical beings are carried around the center of the city. And as well as that, we also have Pikachu and Ogerpon on this kind of during this festival as well. So yeah, really cool that obviously we've got this festival going on. should be getting a Pokemon Presents on Tuesday. Again, I'm recording this before any kind of Pokemon Presents announcement. And then as well as that, we've got Worlds as well the weekend after. So really, really cool. Like loads of Pokemon stuff happening in August. Very, very good time. Very, very good time to be a Pokemon fan in terms of like news and stuff. We also have a new image of it as well from Amy at Japan. Just again, the kind of same kind of float image thing, but in a different light. With different lights on it as well, but it looks really, really cool. It's just kind of cool to see this like DLC inclusion in this festival, especially because it's all like around Kitakami and stuff like that. Next up, we also have Yorodin here tweeting out, analyzing the area of Kitakami, and apparently it might not be as big as we think. I mean, I don't think we think it's big anyway, but it actually could be a lot smaller than we think. That's the right words to use. But anyway, massive shout out to Yorodin for this as well. So analyzing the area of Kitakami, because from the trailer, it feels like there isn't much to it. You can find almost every scene right in the overview shot of the mountain. The only spot we've seen that's kind of hidden is where the Oricorio are tucked off to the side. So this is a little bit worrying, to be fair, because the Isle of Armor wasn't like massive, but it looks like the Teal Mask could be even smaller. So we have this shot here of this kind of like grassy area, and this is clearly where this is taking place. You can see kind of like the horn of this Ogre Pond Tower thing in the background. So this is obviously down here, but as well as that, we have this kind of bridge down here as well, which of course is this same bridge as well. So this all, like these two shots are all just from this small area. We then also have this blue kind of image here of the house, which seems to be like the main hub of where we, I guess, reside in the Teal Mask, and that's down here in this like little city location. And we also have this green image here, which is over here, which is where Ogerpon looks to live. So, you know, from all the images we've seen of the Teal Mask so far, it doesn't necessarily show a lot of like different places to go, unless you can go like all the way around the back and stuff, and there's all of this that opens up. If it's just like this, and then you've got the big tower at the back, like, I can't see it being a very long DLC at all. I feel like the Indigo Disc will be a lot longer, because I think we're going to travel to a load of different locations and go, like, deep into Area Zero and stuff like that. But for the Teal Mask, I don't know, maybe it's not as big as we think. And like I say, the fact that we can literally see all the different locations from a few gameplay shots, and we've not even had that much gameplay either. There's not really any gameplay shots that we can't really see where it is on this kind of like image here. So it is a little bit worrying, but again, hopefully we're just reading it wrong, and hopefully there's like a ton of more stuff in like the back, or maybe we go to like different locations and stuff as well. We also have Yorodin here saying, so here's what I believe the edge of the playable map is, plus the rice field south of the town. I don't think it extends much past here. So yeah, like I say, unless we can go all the way back around this tower, it's not going to be a very big DLC, unfortunately. Ultimately, I think we're just about seeing all points of interest outside of the mountain. Big question is what's in it. Again, the mountain could go like really deep into like the earth, and there might be like loads of different kind of like layers and like levels and stuff, and then maybe like Ogerpons at the very bottom. It could even be linked to Area Zero. Again, it's very unlikely because it's in a completely different location, but you never know. There might be elements of Area Zero here as well, but again, it's still very, very unlikely. And as well as that, would be a bit more interesting if you could enter at least most of the buildings in town, but given Scarlet and Violet's track record, you can probably enter one at most, if even that, and everything else is outdoors. Speaking of, looks like our pit stop trio is missing its Pokemon. So yeah, like I say, I mean, it's like I want to say it's an early gameplay trailer, but we literally just got it, so I can't even really use that as an argument. But it is a little bit unfortunate. We'll have to, we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully, if we do get a Presents on Tuesday, like I say, recording this before any Presents announcement, but if we do get a Presents on Tuesday, hopefully it shows a lot of new gameplay about it, and it kind of like makes this not seem as bad, and maybe it's like a lot bigger than we thought. And then finishing things off, we also have a couple other things to go over. This is Centro here tweeting out about the kind of Nintendo Switch 2. Just thought, due to it's likely next year's game will be the final $60 Pokemon game, and that starting with Gen 10 in 2025, the games will cost $70, and that won't mean considerable increase in quality. Obviously, with a new console, it will increase in quality. I'm not sure why they're saying that, because obviously with a new console, obviously is going to go up in like graphics and stuff like that. But yeah, we may, this part is definitely true. We may have seen the last of like the $60 Pokemon games. They could all be going up to $70, like Breath of the Wild was. And it looks like that's what they're going to be doing with certain games going forward. I don't think I'm not talking about like spin-off games and stuff, but with like your major Pokemon games like Gen 10 and stuff, they will probably go up in price to $70 instead of $60, which is, it's one of those things. It's kind of the same price as like PlayStation 5 games and stuff right now, but obviously they I mean, as much as I love Pokemon, PlayStation 5 games are usually a lot higher in quality and stuff, graphics wise and everything like that, so you kind of don't mind paying that much. you know, if you got Scarlet and Violet for $70 with all the bugs and stuff that it had, like if you got that in Gen 10, it would probably be a little bit unacceptable. I mean, it's kind of unacceptable to have it anyway, but you know, it'd be even worse if you're paying even more money for it. And then finishing things off, we also have a kind of a little idea about the kind of Blood Moon Pokemon. Here by Soul Silver, I was saying, spoilery, yet again I'm thinking about this riddle telling us about a new Pokemon form. Last time I gave my ideas on it and if it was one of the 4 Pokemon Coup listed, but this time I wanted to explore if the answer was the non-option. It would probably still have the same motive as the 4 options and of course of the Zelda Blood Moon hint. The hardest thing to figure out is if it's a Pokemon with no relation to all of this theme and then its new form gains this theme, or if it will have this theme all the way through. For the sake of this tweet, let's assume it's the latter for those 2. So it could be a form of a Pokemon that's related to moons / the night, and it might even be monstrous or Bokoblin-like. So I scoured the internet and ChatGPT looking for potential Pokemon based on if they evolve with a moonstone / at night / moonlight, or if they just have a relation to the moon / night. It's actually really hard because Pokemon versions ruins this search log. 100% there are more options that I missed, so please leave any more you think of the replies below. So Lunala, Cresselia, and Lunatone are the most moon-like, but they leave a lot to be desired when it comes to the monstrous theme of the Zelda Blood Moon. Roaring Moon is a solid one, but it's also brand new. Lycanroc is still perfect. Ultimately, out of all these options, which older Pokemon do you think could be getting this form? So we have a few like forms here, but this is kind of like an easier way to see it. So obviously we have Alolan Rattata, we have Cubone, we have Eevee, we have Gligar, we have Sneasel, we have obviously Hisuian Sneasel, we have Teddiursa, and we also have Galarian Zigzagoon. And as well as that, we have Badoo. Again, this is like either night or day. Chingling, Happiny, Riolu, Tyrant, Amora, Yungoos, and then we also have Rockruff, and then we also have Milcery, Snom, and Greavard. And then obviously this is just other Pokemon that kind of like evolve through Moonstone and stuff like Nidorino, Clefairy, Jigglypuff, Skitty, Munna, Murkrow, Mischievous, Lampent, Blade, and stuff like that, evolving through Moonstones and Duststones and stuff like that. But I don't know, I feel like the more that we kind of look into this, I think it's more likely that we are actually going to be getting a new Lycanroc form, which would be really cool because I'm a massive fan of Lycanroc. Dust form Lycanroc's one of my favorite Pokemon, so to see that get like a different form would be really cool. But anyway, just some more food for thought there, but that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Just trying to hit 500 likes. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video. Do you think we're going to be getting a new Yanma form? Would you like a new Yanma form as well? And as well as that, what are your thoughts on the Teal Mask and how big the actual area is going to be? But yeah, that's everything from me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.